Welcome dear students. In today's video, we are going to learn about arithmetic progression, that is AP. AP is a sequence or set of a pattern of numbers which can be written which has a first term A and a common difference, that is D. Now what does this common difference mean? It is a difference that is common among all the terms throughout the sequence. So if A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 and so on up to n terms, that is AN, the common difference will be provided if the difference of the consecutive terms remains the same. Only then we will say that it is AP. For example, if the numbers are listed as 3, 7, 11, 15, 19, so they have asked us to check whether the given sequence is AP or not. So we will say, since this is the very first beginning term, the sequence begins with 3, so this will be my first term, that is denoted by A. So first term, that is denoted by A. Then I will check the difference of the consecutive terms. So if I subtract first term from the second, I get 4. So I mean the difference between the consecutive terms is equal, right? Since the difference between the consecutive term is 4, so I will write that D, that is A3 11 minus 7 should be equal to 7 minus 3. So D comes out to be 4. So common difference is 4. So yes, this will be an AP with A as 3 and D as 4. So the first type of a question is to check whether the given sequence is AP or not. For any sequence to be AP, it should have a first term and the difference between any of the two consecutive terms should be equal, right? So don't just get into very first three things, because sometimes just to confuse you, the examiner might put 3 or first 4 terms with the same difference, but the difference after 4th, 5th terms or in the succeeding terms can be different. Now let's see the general formulas for AP. The first formula is for general term, that is the nth term, right? Now nth term for an AP will be given as AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. It means if I have to write the 10th term, I can write it in this form, that it is 10 minus 1 into D, that is A plus 9D. If I have to write the 7th term, so then I can write it as A plus 7 minus 1 into D, that is A plus 6D. So if I have to write the 13th term, so then I can write it as A plus 13 minus 1 into D, that is A plus 12D. So whatever the term over there is, the general term will be 1 less than the n. So it means for an it is this term. So A1 can be written as A. A1 or A is one and the same thing. A2 will be A plus D. A3 will be A plus 2D. A4 will be A plus 3D and so on. So whatever the term is over there is, you just have to mention it in this form. Once you are able to write the terms in these terms, so then it is very easy to solve the questions for AP. Type 1, let's say when A is given, D is given, you have to find out the nth term. If in a sequence A is 3, D is 4, what will be its 10th term? Or this can also be written as find the 10th term of a sequence 3, 7, 11, 15 and so on. So now since it is A10 will be A plus 9D, so I will write it as 3 plus 9, D is 4. This becomes 3 plus 36, so this becomes 39. So the 10th term of the given AP is 39, right? So this is type 1. Now type 2, in which let's say if A is given, AN is given, but I have to find out the D. Let's say A is 3, A10 is 39, but I am supposed to find out the common difference. So in this case, we will again put the same formula, that A10 is A plus 9D. So A plus 9D is equal to 39. A is 3, plus 9d is 39. 9d becomes 36. D comes out to be 4. If you will verify it, D was 4 in this case. Right? Then type 3, he says if A is unknown, D is 4 and A10 is 39. Right? So again, we'll do the same thing. A10 is 39. A plus 9D is 39. So A plus 9 into 4 is 39. A plus 36 is equal to 39. A comes out to be 3. So very simple questions, just on the based on the same formula, that is on the general term, that An is A plus n minus 1 into D. So the first thing is you have to find out the value of An. Secondly, if An is given, you can determine A. If An is given, you can also determine D. So after the three types, the fourth type is which term of an AP is 39. Now I don't know that which term of AP is it. So again, I'll take it as An is 39. So A plus n minus 1 into D should be 39, because I don't know which value of n it is. So I will take it as general term. That general term is 39. So A plus n minus 1 into D is 39. A is 3 and D is 4. So 3 plus 4n minus 4 is 39. 4n, this is minus 1, is equal to 40. N is 10. So I'll say 10th term of the given AP is 39. Type 5. Check if 44 is the term of AP 3, 7, 11, 15. So we have to check whether the particular term is a term of an AP or not. Again, in this case, we will take An as 44. Now A plus n minus 1 into D will be 44. So 3 plus n minus 1 into 4 is 44. 3 plus 4n minus 4 is 44. So 4n minus 1 is equal to 44. 4n is equal to 45. Now n comes out to be 45 by 4. Now since 45 by 4 will not yield to a whole number, so we will say that no, 44 is not the term of the given AP. So if this number has to be in whole numbers, if the number comes out to be whole number, only then this will be a term of an AP. Let's say if I would have taken it as 43, An as 43. So again, A plus n minus 1 into D is 43. So 3 plus 4n minus 4 is 43. 4n minus 1 is 43. 4n is 44. N comes out to be 11. So I would have written that 44 is the 11th term of this AP. That it is the 11th term of this AP. Right? So these are basically 5 types that are based on the general formula. A plus n minus 1 into D is given as An. So you can find out A, you can find out D, you can find out N. So after the types of general term, that is An, in which we can find A, we can find D, we can find N, we can find An, and we can also find whether the term belongs to the given sequence or not. Then after that we have Sn. This is sum to first n terms. Now this is very important to understand. What does first n means? Sum to first 10 terms. Now if I don't know the formula, how will I be able to find out the sum to first 10 terms? So I will take them first 1 to 10 terms, that is from number 1 to number 10. Then I will add them up and the result will be 55. It means sum to first 10 terms, to first consecutive terms, will be 55. Now if they will be asking sum to first 25 terms, 75 terms, 100 terms, so then it is a very long process that you will be keep on writing the numbers and then adding them. So instead we can use the formula. The formula for sum of first n terms of an AP is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, or this is the same formula, Sn is equal to n by 2 a plus l when l is the last term which is given to you, right? So we'll try to reduce it with the same formula, S10 sum of first 10 numbers, right, starting from number 1. So I'll take, instead of n, the n is 10, so that is, in this formula n is replaced by 10, so 10 by 2 twice, since a is 1, number 1 is a, first term, and common difference is, if I subtract these two terms I'll get 1, if I subtract these two terms I'll get 1, so the difference between the consecutive numbers is 1. So the common difference comes out to be 1. So this will be 5, 2 plus 9. This is 5 into 11, that sums up to be 55. So if you know the first term, if you know the common difference, you can find sum to any value. Then again in this term, now since this is the last term, because the AP ends over here, now if this is the last term and this is known to me, I can still find out the value. Again, total number of terms are 10. So 10 by 2 into first term plus last term. First term plus last term. So if I'll solve it, it will be again 5 into 11. So that is 55. So hence, when last term is provided to you, you can use the same formula. If last term is not provided to you, it can also be like this, that 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on. Now here you don't know the last term, so then in that case you will apply this particular formula. If it ends with this plus 57, so then you can use 57 as being the last term in this case. An, that is a plus n minus 1 into d, Sn, that is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, Sn, which is n by 2, a plus l, if l is known to you, where l will be the last term and it should be given, and then l minus n minus 1 into d, right? Then again we have one more special formula. This is an is equal to Sn minus s of n minus 1. It means you are finding the 10th term, so this is sum of first n terms minus sum of 9 terms. This will give you the 10th term of the sequence, right? So with this we are done with the AP. You can practice the question and follow with all these formulas and go through the types of examples that we have covered. In next videos we will be putting up some more lectures for you. I hope you understood this, you will practice it, and thank you.